What's up, guys? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's STEVEE the Black, and I'm here and I'm giving you my very first and since January Monday Night Raw review as part of WrestleMania week this week. And this will be the Raw go home show before WrestleMania. And I'm just going to talk about it real quick. If I sound like I'm going fast, it means I probably am because I don't have much memory left. I'm uploading another video right now, so I will talk fast and try and get my point across like that, okay? So as a whole, what would I give the Raw before WrestleMania? What would I give it? The Raw before WrestleMania, it was action-packed, right? It was suspenseful. It got people off their seat, and they just couldn't wait for WrestleMania, right? That's the kind of Raw we got, right? Wrong. We got an average Raw. Was it better than normal? Probably. But it just wasn't like, oh man, I can't wait for WrestleMania. The only thing that got people hyped up for WrestleMania was the opening segment, and that was the Shane McMahon Undertaker promo, where they were taking jabs at each other. And, you know, we know the stakes. If Shane wins, he takes control of Monday Night Raw. If The Undertaker loses, this is his last WrestleMania. And again, I'll go in depth of what I think about that. So I won't go too in depth. But the way this feud built up and the way I got people looking forward to it now was after when they got into a little fight. And, you know, Taker got knocked out by a camera from Shane on the announce table. And Shane did a little faith leap, I guess you can say, from the top rope and landed through him. But after that, and Shane was all like, I got this, yo, I got this. And Taker just sat up and was like, that was awesome. It was like, okay, I'm pumped up for this match now. It took the whole entire build up, but they did get it. We're finally pumped up. We still don't know who's going to win. Generally, we know we have a feeling of who's going to win what match at Mania. Especially when it comes to Undertaker, we just know Undertaker's going to win, so we don't really need to pay attention to it. But now that the streak's over, you really don't know. Is Vince really willing to let The Undertaker lose at WrestleMania again? Is Vince really willing to let Undertaker lose at WrestleMania again in Texas, where he grew up, where he currently lives? Are the fans are they going to accept that? I do not know. We'll have to find out. So, but for that whole thing, I gave it an A+ because I thought it was action. I thought it was just the perfect way to open up Raw. Thank God we didn't open up with the Authority or something like that, or Roman Reigns, but you know. So next we had Zack Ryder versus Jericho. That wasn't even the focus, but AJ Styles came out, distracted Jericho, allowed Ryder to win, giving Ryder some momentum before his match at TLC, for his match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. And the thing with Zack Ryder is we know he's not going to win. And don't get me wrong, we like Sami Zayn, but it's like we're kind of like, dag, Zack Ryder, we like you, but it's like, and we feel like, kind of like Dolph Ziggler, we feel like you deserve more, but we just know you're not going to win, man. And after Daniel Bryan's retirement, we need a new Daniel Bryan. Remember, Daniel Bryan was not the face of the company. He pretty much could have been because of how popular he was with fans, but he was not the face of the company. He was the most liked. He was the most over. And, well, let's just say, you know, WWE's fans are not accepting of Roman Reigns, as we all know. But we're just like, dag, Zach, we kind of want you to win now. But, you know, we all know he's not going to win. So we are looking forward to AJ Styles versus Jericho. I feel as if this match should be like some kind of stipulation, like a Falls Count Anywhere or a no holds barred match, not no holds barred, but like some kind of stipulation added to the match, you know, some kind of make it special, not just another normal wrestling match. Because we already saw that at Fastlane. Alright, so next we had Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. Skip past it, don't know what happened, so I cannot give it a grade. And here's the thing, let me just give my opinion on the Divas. Like, we all know they're talented and everything like that, but it's just like, do we really need to have a Divas match at WrestleMania? We know Charlotte's going to win. We're not sure. We know Sasha's going to win. So what's the point? Might as well put it on the pre-show. But it's the Divas Championship. But no one cares. But it's Ric Flair's daughter. We don't care. But it's Ric Flair. He's going to be in the corner. We don't care. No one cares about the Divas match. This every time there's a Divas segment on, that's the WWE way of saying, even though they're not literally saying it, that's their way of saying, hey, you need a break? Go ahead, take a break. Go to the bathroom. Go get something to eat. Go do what you gotta do. We'll entertain you, and then when you get back, we'll get on to the next match, okay? Or the next segment, or whatever. That's basically what it is, and it's a shame that it's like that because the Divas division wasn't always like that. But oh well. I will do a Vader. I will do a video sometime in the future of whether or not I feel as if the WWE Divas division should just be gone, because at this point, every time I see the Divas on there, they're not even. It's like this, right? You know how it went from being able to be wrestling to going to sexiness to going back to wrestling and sexiness. Now it's just going back to wrestling. Not to say that any of the divas are ugly, because they're all attractive, but they're all beautiful women, but I'm not attracted to any of them. If I was attracted, I'd probably watch it. The only one I'm probably attracted to is Becky Lynch. I am attracted to her. I think she's beautiful, cute, and I am attracted to Sasha Banks, but other than that, it's still not enough to get me to watch the match. So, alright, so then we had Kane and Big Show teaming up to take on Bo Dallas and Axel, and I gave that match a D because nobody cares, and no one obviously cares about the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Obviously, that is used to have a place on the card, but I believe it's going to be on the pre-show like it was last year because no one cares. I agree with a lot of people that if you're going to have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, it should get you a title opportunity. Not a world title opportunity, because that's what the Rumble is for, but probably an Intercontinental Championship match or a U.S. title match. But, I mean, if it was Cena holding title, then it probably would mean something, but it's Kalisto. And the thing is, Kalisto, Cena elevated the title back to actually meaning something, right? Then Del Rio took it and it meant nothing. Kalisto won it from Del Rio, and it's like, okay, they're making the new Rey Mysterio, but now they've kind of pushed him off to the side, so now the U.S. title means nothing, and the Intercontinental Championship hasn't meant anything in years. I mean, Kevin Owens, you know, he's good, but he's just Kevin Owens. I mean, he's talented, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, So, then we had the Triple H Stephanie promo, and they pretty much just hyped up Triple H's match, and you know, Triple H, I saw what they were doing. They were doing their best to make Roman Reigns look good too by saying Roman Reigns is a good wrestler and Roman Reigns can do this, but he's not. And every time Roman Reigns came out his mouth, they booed him. You guys need to go check out my video, part 2 series of what WWE should do for Roman Reigns and what WWE can do for Roman Reigns. I would have liked it if WWE saw it, then they could probably say, oh man, yeah, maybe we should take this into consideration. There is a rumor that he will go heel later in the year, but it needs to happen after he wins the title, because at this point we know they're going to boo him when he wins, because we know he's going to win. And, you know, unless he's facing Triple H again in the rematch, then, you know, pretty much he needs to turn heel against who the perfect person is, Dean Ambrose. He can come on to congratulate him, and, you know, he turned his back on him too, but I don't know if they're going to do that. So next we had Kofi Kingston versus Del Rio. That was an average match. Oh, by the way, I get that promo to see because, you know, they're trying to build Reigns up. No more talking, just fighting. And I guess it's fine because that's what he's best at, and that's, you know, what he was good at, but, you know, whatever. Hey, the thing is, though, Cena can't really talk too. He can rap. That's the thing. Cena can't talk, but he raps. So that's why he's over. Just to let anyone know who doesn't know that. So yeah, we had Kofi Kingston versus Del Rio, the average match. It was a C, but obviously you can tell, I mean, they're happy with the New Day being faces, so, you know, that's good. I was kind of happy that, I was kind of worried, like, oh man, the New Day is going to be face. Are they going to accept them? Last time they were first, they weren't, but they've changed a lot since last year's WrestleMania, so, you know, they're going to be fine. And the interesting thing is, though, the match at WrestleMania between the League of Nations is no longer for the tag team titles. If it was for the titles, I could probably see the League winning. Hopefully not. But since it's not, I would hope that the New Day wins at WrestleMania. But I'll go, more in depth in that in my video later in the week. So then we had Kalisto versus Connor of the Ascension, and that match was boring. So D, and then obviously Ryback came out to confront him. I guess he's a heel now. I mean, before we weren't really sure what he was, but now he's just a heel, and we don't really care about that match at WrestleMania. So yeah. So next we had Lesnar and Paul Heyman out. Lesnar, Paul Heyman was just doing his best, promoting the match between him and Dean. And Dean came out, didn't even look at him. He had a wagon and he just filled it up with weapons and left. And that was funny. We're like, is he gonna get in the ring? Is he gonna say something? He just filled the wagon up and left. And you know what? We're fine with it because we all love Ambrose and we love Brock, so we're fine with it. That's the other match I'm looking forward to at Mania. Now that AJ and Jericho are having a match, I'm looking forward to that too. So there's 3 matches that we're looking forward to. But I gave that a B because it was pretty good, solid. Didn't need to have no words, at least from Dean's point. But it's because he didn't say anything, which made the moment that much more special. All right, so then we had Paige versus Emma. Again, I didn't watch Divas match, skipped through it, so ain't got no grade. All right, so then finally we had the main event. We had a 6-man tag team match between Ziggler, Sami Zayn, and Sin Cara versus Stardust, Miz, and Kevin Owens. The faces won, and then an all-out battle broke out. And I'm kind of disappointed that the Intercontinental Championship match is again another ladder match because we had that last year, and it was fine. It was pretty good. I don't know if they're going to open up the card with that, but it was pretty good. But the fact they're doing it again, I do not think was needed. You probably could have gotten away with just doing Owens versus Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn obviously beating Owens like he did for his title, like he did when they were in NXT. But they had to add the ladder match, So, and the thing is, they just threw Ziggler in it because they needed some popular people. I know it was all scripted, but obviously we all know Ziggler deserves more. And he can put on some excellent matches as he did with Triple H. But he's just getting thrown in the ladder match this year. Alright, so then the final promo, the Authority comes back out to finish their promo because Roman Reigns interrupted them. But again, that was the stupidest thing ever because I gave that an F because, again, Roman Reigns came out and they fought again. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I mean, the final moment we saw of Raw last year was Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns tugging war with the title. I mean, that was stupid, but this was worse. I'm like, the last WrestleMania, Raw before WrestleMania, and you ended like that. They were really trying to hype it up. I mean, at the end, no one wasn't booing. We're just like, wow, we don't even care. We don't even care. I mean, there's rumors going around that it's not even going to be the main event. It might be Dean versus Brock, or I'm thinking you probably should go with Taker versus Shane as the main event. But, just in case if this is the Undertaker's last match, who deserves it more? Really? Be honest. But, yeah, that was a dumb way to end up, especially with all the people coming out to break them up. It was not needed. I mean, I was thinking they're going to be like, oh, just to make sure Roman Reigns doesn't win, we got a special guest referee, and we're not going to reveal him till Mania, so, he can't prepare. Obviously, we would know it would be either the crooked referee or it would be Shawn Michaels. We know Michaels will be there, and we know WWE offered them to be the special guest, but he hasn't responded yet, so we don't know. But we'll hopefully find out at Mania. So that's pretty much been the Raw review. I'm pretty much out of time. So I will see you later on when I do my top 10 best WrestleMania matches at Mania. But overall, this Raw was it was pathetic to end it before WrestleMania. I mean, it had some good points, which is why I gave it an average C, but this is the Raw before WrestleMania. So people are hyped up. They need to get hyped up. That's what this is for, to get hyped up for WrestleMania. And we didn't get hyped up. So hopefully, as always, the WrestleMania after WrestleMania, the Raw after WrestleMania will be big. I'm kind of interested to see. There's always a return. There's always a surprise return. There's always a championship change. There's always something to get the crowd pumped up because they're pumped up about WrestleMania. If Shane wins, obviously they're gonna be pumped up about that because he's not in charge. But Taker's done at Mania, so But until next time. If you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out.